Hello and welcome to Last Week in World of Warcraft. I am your host, Duranasaur. This show will cover all World of Warcraft related news, including classic, retail, and seasonal servers. The good news this week is that the Classic Cata pre-patch has seen some major bug fixes and is getting closer and closer to a playable state. Archaeology fixes are live, resilience is now working, and many more different bugs and issues have been resolved. In an effort to share their hard work, Blizzard allowed for a free Classic Cata no subscription required from May 9th to May 13th. While these are all necessary things for Classic Cata to meet expectations, there are still some big yellow question marks. The Darkmoon Fair must have seen the state that Classic Cata pre-patch was in, as it is closed until Classic Cata launches. And there is still no word on the Elemental Invasions or the Twilight's Cult. Their invite must have gotten lost in their email. Don't worry though, the Classic Cataclysm shop is open where you can purchase cosmetics from Classic Cata, Wrath of the Lich King, and TBC. While the game may not be fully working, at least you can spend some cash and look good playing whatever it is. In the War Within Alpha, we continue to get new releases of content and zones and campaigns and quests to explore in-game. All this while data miners are hard at work finding content to wildly speculate on. More profession changes have been discovered, including a new engineering item that lets anyone, regardless of their profession, have a battle res. Now when someone calls for a doctor, everyone can stand up, form a line, and take turns giving CPR. And after years and decades, we're finally going to get bags that have stats on them. I'm just hoping there won't be any add-ons that have tooltips where when you mouse over my character, it'll tell you what my bags are and what stats they have. Surely we won't get to a place where in-game add-ons allow for players to track each other's logs and create an even more toxic and exclusive player base. Oh, but with the miracle of modern technology, that's just where we are. Warcraft Logs is unveiling their new add-on called the Archon Tooltip, which, when used, will allow you to mouse over players and see their parse numbers. Currently, early access for this new add-on is only available for Season of Discovery, where logs could be the difference between clearing the raid and still clearing the raid. Warcraft Logs has stated that the goal is for this add-on to eventually be available for all versions of World of Warcraft. Oh, and did I mention that if you want to have early access to their new add-on, you have to subscribe on their Patreon for $25. Here's hoping the paywall will slow the trickle of scumbaggery that I'm sure this is going to bring. It's hard to completely blame Blizzard for the new player experience when we keep coming up with more and more ways to condemn those players for not knowing exactly what they're doing and performing at the highest level right out the gate. Hopefully this new add-on and others like it will not be enough to deter you from playing, because Season of Discovery has recently implemented a new experience buff. This new buff is going to increase your experience rate to 150% for levels 1 to 39 and 100% for levels 40 through 49. If you're jumping into Season of Discovery, make sure that you choose a server that is not about to close. Several servers are being consolidated. Lavalash US and Lavalash EU are both closing, as well as Chaos Bowl EU. Players on those realms will be able to transfer to Wild Growth or Crusader Strike. If you currently have players already set up on Wild Growth or Crusader Strikes, you can take this opportunity and create new characters on Lavalash on the opposing faction, transfer them over, and that way you can play both sides. The realm consolidation comes after news that the overall players' rating in Season of Discovery is down over 90,000 since Phase 2. Now this could be due to the number of people who are raiding on alts during Phase 2, but the general sentiment is that overall Season of Discovery player numbers are down, and it is proving to be difficult to get new players interested, leveled up, and playing. With Phase 3 content underway and Phase 4 and the eventual in-game content on the horizon, players are starting to wonder if SOD is too far from the original vanilla. Add to that how much time it takes to level, to find all your runes, to grind out the new reputation and PvP ranks, and starting a new character seems a bit daunting. We still haven't gotten to in-game content yet, and the game is stuck in the middle between players who no-life every bit of content the second it comes out and then complain that there's nothing new, and players who are taking their time and trying to experience every little thing that the phase has to offer. No matter what happens with the future of Season of Discovery, the one thing that continues to ring true is that Classic WoW is an interesting mix of absolute try-hard no-life gamers and classic dad gamers, and trying to make a custom version of WoW that somehow balances across that full spectrum of the player base is more challenging than trying to balance classes or raids or dungeons or open world events or PvP. While classic players continue to navigate the Cata pre-patch and Season of Discovery, retail players are enjoying their filler season and in the meantime coming up with conspiracy theories. A new conspiracy regarding the World of Warcraft storyline in the War Within would somehow combine retail, classic, and seasonal servers all within the in-game canon. In the War Within, the villain xal'atath has been trying to collect the essence of all of the different old gods with the help from the infinite dragonflight, those bad dragon guys. Well, the thing about old gods is we're going to fight one in Classic Cata. We just fought one in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. We fought one in Vanilla, and we found the essence of one in Mists of Pandaria. We're taking a new, fresh approach on Vanilla in Season of Discovery, and Mists of Pandaria Remix is right around the corner. This opens up the door for Blizzard to add storylines, NPCs, and dialogue to Classic Cata, Season of Discovery, and the Pandaria Remix to bring all the different canon storylines together. Whether or not this matters to most players, I don't know. If this is true, it could just be Blizzard's effort to try to get players from different versions of the games to try the others, or maybe it's just an attempt to get classic players to try out retail. It all remains to be seen. Maybe this is the start of something brand new, or maybe there was just a sale on tinfoil down at the local supermarket. And finally, for the 7 Ret Paladins who are still playing on Classic Era, Blizzard put in a fix for Seal of the Righteous. Of course, when I say fix, I mean they removed the ability for the spell to crit, because Ret Paladins were beginning to feel too powerful in Classic WoW Vanilla. Sorry, Ret Gang. If you enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the like button. If you want to catch the next news episode, hit subscribe. And as always, happy hunting.